Hey everybody, inside the red and welcome back to Shining Song Starnova. Right then, last we left off, well, Aki's in the hospital, recovering after basically working herself to exhaustion near death. Wonderful times. Great. Just happy. So good. Yeah. Ugh. And it appears that things aren't exactly going to be improving necessarily. I'm pretty sure this is going to end up being about said incident. I sighed as I read the front cover of the tabloid. Kashiwagi Aki injured, Starnova in jeopardy. While the headline wasn't of the sort which would stir up fan anger, I still wasn't pleased that the paparazzi were already buzzing around Aki, fishing around for a scoop. The poor girl had overworked herself and was recuperating at a hospital. Imagining some sleazy cameraman stalking her to get compromising photographs of such a situation really ticked me off. I looked at the clock. The girls must be visiting her right now. Come to think of it, I haven't seen her since she was admitted. Thanks to the amount of work I had to do now, I should go. No, that was part of the same sentence. Thanks to the amount of work I had to do now, I should go and see how she's doing. I picked up my coat and headed out of the office. By the time I arrived, Aki was by herself in her room. Pardon me. Producer? You by yourself? I thought the others were coming to visit. Oh, you just missed them. That was about 2 minutes ago. I see. They all had smiles plastered on their faces and were bending over backwards saying it's not my fault. But they're all upset, aren't they? After all, I forced them to train so much, always saying they weren't good enough. But in the end, it was me who ruined everything. I can already imagine what they said to each other before visiting me. Sasashi probably made everyone swear to blame me, while Maria was saying all this kind of stuff happens all the time. Shit lolly's finally gotten her comeuppance, and yet, why is everyone being so nice to me? Because they're your sisters. Besides, none of your true face. Despite the things you say, you're actually a good person at heart. Even if they dig really deep to get to that part of you. And most importantly, they know that you of all people are the most devastated by the fact that you can't compete in the Grand Prix. It's obvious from the look on your face that you're miserable. There's no way someone can badmouth a girl with a face like that. Really? Well, sorry about that. I can't really wear makeup while admitted in a hospital. Anyways, I just decided to come by for a bit to check up on how you're doing. The last couple days of rest did some good for you. Still, it's too soon for you to be moving around much. Looks like you're going to be in the hospital until the end of this month. Even when you're released, though, you'll be forbidden from engaging in any strenuous activity for the next 2 months. But it was obvious that Aki was not listening to me. Being in denial won't change reality, you know. I know that. A knock on the door interrupted Aki. Oh god, it's gonna be your mom, isn't it? The door opened, revealing Yumiko with an unexpected visitor. Producer-san, you're visiting Aki too. It's not gonna be Oda, is it? It's not Oda. Please tell me it's not Oda. Oh my god, tell me it's not Oda. The visceral reaction. Oh, it's like I just felt. Ugh. I really hate him. I do. He radiates this like this creepy energy. Ugh. His gut wrenching sense of. Ugh. Pardon my interruption, producer-san. I heard that my dear Aki-chan suffered from a training injury and decided to come by to pay my respects. My sincerest apologies that it even took this long. I was so buried with work. Oda outstretched his arms theatrically as he approached Aki, prompting her to merely cringe and pull up her blanket to her face. Ah, my Aki, my beloved Aki. How unfortunate is this? For such a setback to occur when you're on the cusp of finally defeating Quasar. Oh, the heartbreak. Aki moved to the farthest corner of the bed as Oda leaned in beside her. Oh my god, dude, come on. Well, I'm sure you'll recover in time. After all, the great Kashiwagi Aki would not go down so easily, would she? Not when there are rivals to defeat, trophies to be won. I cleared my throat to get Oda's attention, not at all appreciating his toxic presence. Aki-chan no doubt needs to rest. It doesn't seem appropriate to bring up work at this juncture. Oh, then what are you doing here, producer-san? Are you not the very embodiment of that which has put our dear Aki-chan in such a condition? Ah, how cruel it is to bring yourself here when she should be surrounded by the warmth of her family. While it is indeed true that I'm Aki-chan's producer, my visit today was not work-related and done. What a sweatshop Shining Productions is, sending suits to speak sweet nothings of their talents by their hospital bedside day and night. No wonder Aki-chan, our poor Aki-chan, has been reduced to such a state. God, you're such slime. Oda smiled like a gentle Buddha as he leaned into Aki's ear, but to me he had the sinister sneer of a serpent. This is a dangerous business, you know. Producers whispering honeyed words into your ears, setting up your teammates to manipulate you into doing this and that, and then dumping you the moment you lose your use. Aki shuddered under her sheets, her body trembling with terror. Aki-chan, my precious Aki-chan. Well, I'm sure you'll recover, though. After all, Quasar is yet out there. You'll never become the number one at this rate. Not until you've done what needs to be done. Get out! Get out! Good, yes, good girl.
Aki!
You shut up too. You're part of the problem. You are part of the problem, okay? You're part of the reason this all went down. I stood behind Oda, barely holding in the fury but to bellow from my mouth. It appears that Aki-chan does not wish to see you, Oda-san. As a producer, I request that you respect her wishes. I'm sorry, Oda-san. That girl really is a handful sometimes. That is fine. I shall bid my adieu then. Oda picked up a fruit basket and placed it beside Aki before turning to leave. A full and speedy recovery to you, Aki-chan. As soon as the door closed behind Oda, Aki stared daggers into her mother's face. Why? Why did you bring that man here?
Aki!
Aki, Oda-san's an important person, you know. In this business, you simply can't afford to burn bridges with people of such influence. Imiko-san, while that is true, it doesn't seem... I closed my eyes in frustration as I was interrupted for what seemed like the umpteenth time. Why can't these people ever calm down and think things out rationally? I understand your concerns, Busa-san, however, nothing in Aki's contract prohibits her from meeting another producer if it's not in a work capacity. I was not insinuating that Aki-chan had violated any terms of her contract. I know what you're thinking. You're afraid, aren't you, that Aki might decide to leave Shining Productions. Listen to me, ma'am, I swear... Stop it, the both of you, and throw out the garbage that man brought into this room. Throw it out this instant. Aki, throw it. Aki suddenly choked on her words and began coughing violently. Oh no. Aki! Hang on! I pushed the panic button, and moments later a nurse burst into the room to tend to Aki. Ugh. And here we are again, the old familiar scene. Ugh. The side of my head hung as Aki rested beside me. Sorry. What are you apologizing for? You haven't done anything wrong. But Mama was bad-mouthing you. The sins of a mother cannot be attributed to her daughter. Mama cares for me very much. She just goes too far sometimes. Like telling you to ignore feeling pain and to not go see a doctor, to not seek medical attention. Yes, she cares for you. Does she? Maybe she does in some twisted fashion, maybe, but it's hard to. It's just hard to see that, considering the circumstances. Ugh. Is that really true? I wanted to tell Aki that from my point of view, it just seemed like her mother was taking advantage of Aki's wealth and popularity for her own self-satisfaction. However, I held myself back. Yeah, that would... There was no way that someone like myself could criticize a mother-daughter relationship. Such a thing had lasted far longer and ran deeper than my own relationship with Aki.
ねえ、プロデューサーさん、私のこと好き?
In what capacity are we speaking here? Of course I do.
あなたのアイドルだからじゃなくて?
Yeah. This is much bigger than just a producer trying to make an idol successful now. You're... No matter what happens, I want to protect you.
よかった。やっと信頼できる人が見つかった。
That hurts. That there's finally someone I can trust by my side. That's depressing. That's not true. There's plenty of others.
いや、だってお金は人を腐らせる。名声も人をダメにするの。一生を使って自分は一番なのかと自問する人もいる。それとも2番、3番、4番。他人を見た瞬間、その人は自分より上なのか下なのか、何番上か何番下なのかを考えてしまう。それはひどい執念。そのうち自分の名前すらも忘れて、自分を忘れて、そして全てが頭から消えるの。その執念に飲み込まれていく。一番になろうという執念に。私、病気なの。今のことじゃない。
Okay, how do you mean then?
あなたと出会った時から病気だったの。
Okay, well, I'm assuming she's referring to, well, what she just went over.
でもね、治ってほしくないの。他の人も私自身もそう思ってる。その方がみんな幸せになれるから。
What?
多分世界は全部この病気に侵されていると思う。
To some degree, sure, but it's not exactly a very simple topic. I don't know. Whenever I'm under pressure, I remind myself that my goal is to become the number one producer. It gives me hope, gives me energy. But pushing yourself this far, it's just crazy, you know? You almost killed yourself from overwork.
私は気づかなかった。自分のやったことがそこまで異常だったってことに。
Did you though? I think you might have had an inkling of it towards the end there before your mother was like, no. No mention of this. Tell nobody. Or bad things will happen.
努力は報われるとしか思っていなくて。やっとゴールが見えてきたから、もっと頑張らないと。
So like a light at the end of the tunnel thing, finally getting close enough to grasp and then working even harder to get to it, and then when it turns out that light is actually a train and it hits you a little faster.
でもこんなことになってしまった。もう何もかもがダメになってしまったかもしれない。
Aki. I held on to her tiny hand. Not yet. Remember, you're not the only person who can work hard to save Starnova. All the girls are doing their best right now to hold the fort while you're gone. I'm also trying to figure out a way to save this situation.
ねえ、プロデューサー。聞きたい？
Hear what? Here? Yeah.
何が私をこんな風にしたか。私の過去。
I don't know. I mean, at one point, yes, but at the same time, Are you sure you're not pushing yourself?
平気。最近寝ることしかすることもないし、話をするのもいい気分転換になる。
All right. Oh boy, I don't. You know how they say, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I think we're about to hit the worst here. Oh god, I'm afraid of what we're gonna hear. Oh no. But I am gonna end the episode here. It's gone for, roughly about, to a decent length, and this is a good point to, stop on a cliffhanger because I'm a bastard that way. Oh god. Right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as one could have, considering the context and all. But in any case, I'll see you in the next episode when we, I suppose, dive into what made Aki into Aki. And oh, how I dread whatever revelations we may be getting out of that.